Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm leaving for New York tomorrow because I'm going to go see Addison in Brooklyn. So I'm in the middle of packing my makeup bag for the trip and I want to practice my concert makeup. I'm definitely going to bring some products with me that I want to project pan. This is the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. I'm applying it now to let it sit on my skin because I notice if I go immediately in with foundation, it separates a bunch. And because I'm planning on doing some fun makeup, it'll be better to do my eye makeup first. I've been playing around with what shadows I should bring and I decided on this little palette. I've been wanting to do a pink sparkly look, so I think that these shadows will be perfect. This shadow I'm a little bit on the fence about, but we'll see. This is why I want to practice for sure. This eyeshadow palette is actually an old Catrice palette that I took apart and then just kind of stuck some loose shadows that I had depotted from other palettes. I'd say this is a mauve-y shade, so I'm going to pick that up first and just run it through my crease, starting to build up shadow. My friend Anna got us Addison tickets when they first dropped, so I've been planning to go to this concert for a while and I've been so excited about it. I think Addison's album is so fun, and one thing that I'm looking forward to is also how short the concert is going to be. Concerts sometimes stress me out and they also cost so much money, at least the people that I would want to see, but because Addison is kind of a smaller artist, even though she's like very well known, I think that her music is definitely underrated. The tickets were so cheap. I think they were like $64 or something like that. This shadow probably will stay. I think that that's a really good base color for this really bright pink. And what I'm going to do is kind of focus this pink a little bit more on my lash line instead of bringing it into the crease just yet. I'm not sure exactly what I want to do, but in my last video where I did the purple eyeshadow look, I did mention how I never ever like wear colorful eyeshadow or anything like that. I really don't even wear like bright lipsticks or anything. It's all very natural and neutral and my pinky brown nudes. But ever since I decluttered my makeup collection and I've been decentering myself from brands, I have been so inspired by my makeup again and just have been really wanting to play in my collection. So what better excuse than to wear some fun eyeshadow to a concert this week. I'm starting to kind of fan it out a little bit, and the good thing about doing my eyes first is that I'll be able to make anything like crisp and clean anything up with foundation when I go in with it later. I'm going in with a pencil brush now and adding some more color focused right across that lash line. But I was noticing with my blending brush I wasn't really able to get that close to it. This pink will probably stain my eyes, but that's fine. It's not like a blue or a green staining my eyes. But this eyeshadow is actually from one of the Kaja little bento stacks. Those shadows are really easy to depot. I've actually figured out what I'm going to say when I kind of like name drop a brand. Not all the time because I really don't want to make myself crazy. By the way, I've just been going in with that lighter shade, that lighter mauve pink shade, just to kind of blend things together, fuse the two shadows. But I'm going to start saying to inform, not influence, because I do definitely think it is important to share what exactly I'm using, because that is information and it is sometimes important to the craft, but it is strictly to inform you and not to influence you. I really don't want my beauty content to be centered around influencing you about certain products. I just want to inform you and be here and do my makeup and hang out. So that is something that's really important to me moving forward. I do think that this is looking pretty fun, and I like that a lot of the color is focused more on the lash line and then it is kind of blown out a little bit. I'm going in with my face powder and I'm going to apply it right on my brow bone just to kind of bring the shadow down a little bit, maybe highlight the area if that's possible. Yeah, I think that helped. Instead of worrying about bringing another eyeshadow shade, just to act as like a little brow bone highlight or something. I think that's perfectly fine. This is the Urban Decay Munda shadow in Space Cowboy. It's been one of my favorites for ages. I even wore it on my wedding day. Focusing it more on the inner portion of the eye and then lightly like tapping it over the matte pink on the outer corner. I also have this other pink Moondust shadow that I depotted from a Moondust palette. I'm gonna see what it looks like kind of placed in the middle. I'm dipping my brush back into that mauve color and I'm going back over my crease just to kind of put back some color that might have been taken away with the glitter shadow. And then same thing with the hot pink shade. I'm going to not swipe it, but just kind of press it, pat it into that lash line just to bring some color back. But I don't really want to disrupt any of the glitter, so that's why I'm being a little bit gentle. And then I think because I am going to go in with obviously like some concealer and stuff, just gonna drag that hot pink out a little bit. And naturally with the concealer that I go in with, it'll crispen that up a little bit. I think that this is pretty cute. Alternatively, I think that like an orange and blue makeup look would be really cute. Something that matches the album cover, but I've been wanting to do pink eyeshadow for a little while. I think pink, in my opinion, is like a little bit more wearable than blue is. I think that this came out really pretty though. I think I had some glitter fall out, so I'm just taking a powder brush and making sure all of that is off before I start going in with my face makeup. I'm only going to go in with concealer, and this is a concealer that I'm trying to use up. It's the Tower 28 concealer. It's one of my favorites. I'll definitely be repurchasing it when I'm done. I think any makeup product at this point that I repurchase is because I'm done looking for the perfect version. I think this concealer works for me really well. I love the two shades that I use in this concealer. I really don't have any complaints. There's nothing that I really wish worked differently about it, and I think that's something that's really important to me, is just being able to recognize that sometimes like the chase to finding the perfect product is a huge waste of time and money. And I know that when I'm done with my Tower 28 concealer, I'll repurchase that one and not have to worry about trying a million other concealers. The Tower 28 one is definitely the everyday concealer for me. Again, all of this is to just inform you, not influence you. I like having a more natural everyday concealer and also a full coverage concealer. I'm kind of thinking about bringing both of these on my trip instead of a foundation and a concealer. But the reason why I didn't want to do foundation and concealer for this look is because I don't like wearing heavy makeup, like I've addressed this, or I don't like wearing colorful makeup. And I think the combination of heavy makeup and colorful makeup together would just be too much, especially for a concert in my opinion, because I'm going to want to have a good time, forget I'm wearing any makeup, not feel like maybe I look cakey, worry about looking like full coverage in photos or anything like that. So I think kind of doing a fun eye look and going more natural with my base makeup will definitely help me be more confident with my look. I kind of was hoping to get to a thrift store and maybe find like a cute concert outfit, but I kind of waited too long and I had to go to Florida this weekend a little bit unexpectedly. So yeah, I just didn't get really the chance to find like a cute concert outfit, but I think doing fun makeup and then kind of a more casual outfit, I think that'll be just as fun. And I definitely didn't need like a new outfit that I maybe wouldn't have worn again or anything like that. At least with the makeup, it just washes off at the end of the night, and then I can do other looks with the things that I have. Just put a little bit of concealer on the back of my hand, and I'm picking it up with a concealer brush, a flat concealer brush, and I'm going to sharpen that out manually. I didn't really make things nice and crisp with the sponge. I'm going back in with my face powder, just on my brow bone. I probably would prefer a lighter eyeshadow shade there, but I'm not really gonna concern myself with it too much. It is what it is. And then I'm going over that concealer also with my same face powder. I actually really like how this is looking with my less full coverage base. I loved the purple look that I did the other day, which also, thank you guys so much for the views and the comments on that video. I was kind of blown away because I haven't gotten that many views on a makeup video in a while, like years, I would say. But I thought that the purple look was so pretty. But then for the rest of the night, I like kept getting glimpses of myself in the mirror and I just didn't feel like myself. I felt like my face makeup was so heavy, my eye makeup was really heavy. I think for me personally, it's either one or the other, but this is gorgeous. Let me do my brows. I'm going to be super natural with the brows too. I'm really looking forward to going to New York because my sister just moved into a new apartment. I love having a sister that lives in New York because I can go whenever I want and I don't have to live there. I could not imagine myself living in the city. I'm just I'm just not cut out for that life. Along with getting to see my sister's new apartment though, I'm also going to bring Wilma. Wilma's never been to New York. Her aunt has lived in New York for over 3 years now. And Wilma, are you so excited to go to the Big Apple? She has a lot of people that want to meet her too. I have the Rare Beauty liquid blush in the shade Grace, which is a contender for me to bring. I think that this one is actually really cute. It's not usually a color that I would wear, but I think it's very cute. I like it. But out of my declutter pile, I did pull out the Rare Beauty blush in Lucky, and actually I did not realize that it was called Lucky. So that feels kind of lucky to me, especially because Addison Rae just channels Brittany so much. It looks exactly like my eyeshadow. Both of these, really. I could bring both of them. You know, there's nothing stopping me. I'm gonna do just a little plop of blush. We'll see if I need to add more. I think I need to bring it, and I think I need to take it out of my declutter pile. I'm just mixing the two blushes together on the back of my hand so I don't waste any product. I do love applying blush right in this area, like right underneath the eyes and across the nose. I think it's very cute. I'm just going in with my Kosas pressed powder. It's one I'm using for Project Pan. I'm trying to use it up. I think that Lucky is so cute, actually. Why did I kind of really like the look without blush too? It was kind of really pretty. I'm going in with a little bit of my highlighter. This is just an Essence highlighter, but it's my favorite highlighter, and I'll probably have it forever. Kind of giving it a little bit of a wash over my brow bone, a little bit on the nose. I'm going in with this icy blue shimmery shade. It's got like baby blue and pink and a little bit of purple and white. If I don't mix it up too much, it'll look really like duochrome, but I'm just trying to get a little bit of it and popping it on my inner corner. I was a little bit too heavy-handed with it, I think, with my purple look, and I think I'm getting a little bit too heavy-handed with it now too. Let me see if going in with a little bit of my regular highlighter will tone it down a little bit. Just looking to tone it down without taking away the sparkle, I think. I think I'm going to go in with a little bit of my face powder. Taking it right in there. Definitely took away the sparkle, but I think that's fine because I wasn't liking how bright it was. I like that a lot better. Okay, that totally fixed it. I'm so in love with my just new approach and outlook on makeup. I just feel so much more creative and so much more like willing to use different products for different things. Truly, I've been seeing my makeup as just tools. I think it's probably very similar to how like an artist would see their paints and their pencils and their colors and their brushes. This is the Tower 28 Make Waves Mascara in Drift. It's their brown one. This is also a product I will continue to repurchase. I'm not interested in getting back in the chase of finding the perfect mascara. One mascara did kind of pique my interest recently. I saw that Clinique has their high impact formula with a black honey shade. It's kind of like a brown red. I do feel like that would look really flattering on me and I would be interested, but I just don't know if it would be worth it for me to even bother trying. I think I would love to recreate my purple look, but have it kind of mirror this a little bit more. This to me feels super wearable. I'm first going to stain my lips, just with like a lip and cheek stain. And for lip liner, I'm using the MAC lip liner in Soar. It's kind of like my most pinky, going a little bit over my cupid's bow. I'm curious to see what a little bit of this looks like on the lips, the same blush shade I used. That's cute. I'm just putting a little bit of balmy gloss over top. I like that. And next I'm going to spray my face. I don't expect this lip to stay on for long. I probably will just pack the lip liner and then this little gloss in my bag and do a touch up that way. This is the completed makeup look. I cannot wait to do this again for the concert tomorrow. It's been so long since I've gone to a fun concert too. I honestly can't remember the last time I even went to a concert. A couple of months ago I did see Metallica. That was with my dad, brother, and husband. And yes, it was fun, but also it's not gonna be Addison Rae. Like, that's gonna be fun. I'm going with my friend Anna, I'm going with my friend John, and then one of Anna's friends. But that is going to be it for me today. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me while I practice my concert makeup. I think I'll probably just wear a plain white top, and I have a black mini skirt, and maybe wear sneakers just because I'll be comfortable. But yeah, that is going to be it for me today. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you aren't already subscribed, definitely go ahead and do so, and hopefully I will see you next time.